Headline, Starlight.
Did horrible.
We are gathered here today. First thing first, I make sure I came prepared
Look, see how
for this staff.
Wait a
For
minute.
this time, no extra talking in the staff meeting. This is a serious staff meeting. I hope y'all got your pen and paper. As you can see, I have awesome coffee. So let's just do this right. Let's do roll call first. So first on the list, Monica Smith. Monica Smith, are you present?
Sir, that is not how to pronounce my name.
How do I say it?
It's Monica Scott.
Monica Scott. Okay, Monica Scott. I was way off. I had the Mo right.
Yes,
Right.
the Mo was right.
All right. Aharo Merchant. Aharo Merchant, are you present?
we don't know who that is.
It says Aharo. I'm assuming that's Spanish.
Me Alonzo.
Oh, so you're not Spanish?
No, even though some people still say in Spanish, no.
Okay. Okay. And how do I say the last name? Merch?
Mars.
Mars. Alonzo Mars. Okay. All right. So everybody's here. All right. The reason for this staff meeting, get myself situated.
I was told dress code.
It was a dress code, and it's all demerits towards you, especially you, Miss Scott, because you was late. You was late, so I just want to let you know.
Well, technically, you pushed this meeting back. It was supposed to start at 8:30.
You were supposed to be here, anyways, waiting for me.
See, what had happened was.
That's why you get another demerit. Let me go on with my meeting.
Your agenda, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for this meeting because of first things first. Mr. March or whatever. We noticed that you have new outfits and didn't tell everybody here in the office here at the Free Agent Sports Blog. What do you have to say about that?
I just be supporting Black-owned businesses. When I see something nice, I just reach out to them and shout out to Grand Fam. Got a nice little company.
Yeah, that sounds nice. So you couldn't tell nobody else?
I apologize.
And then you were supposed to be in Houston and backed out because of funds. Now, what funds are these funds that had you not being in Houston with the real funds?
I had to.
We are not paying you good enough here? That's what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? So I guess you want a raise, a bonus.
Sure.
I guess you're not liking what you get.
That would be nice.
That would be
Oh,
great.
you too? You know what? I'm tired of this.
Am I getting another demerit?
Not a demerit, but what you're getting is a mute, and the other guy is two. And the fact that y'all are not appreciative of the wages that y'all are receiving here at the Free Agent Sports Block, it just comes to our attention that we need to settle this. You signed the contract when you signed up for it. We gave you the offer. You didn't decide to negotiate. That's not our fault.
It has a T, not a K. So T at the end, not a K.
No. This one has a K because it's the Free Agent Sports Block. Contracts. It's the other people. We got contracts. So, but yes, Mr. March. So with that being said, we are giving you a demerit.
We need you office.
and you're on a 2-week probation. So, sir, you better be on your P's and Q's.
What?
Yes.
Well, though Trigger, you ain't got to worry about it. He giving it to Mr. March.
Yeah, it's a 2-week probation. So, you we need to bring coffee and donuts for the next 2 weeks. And make sure you bring the good napkins, not that cheap stuff from the dollar store.
What kind of donuts?
Dunkin'.
With the funds that we're being paid, it's still gonna be from the dollar store.
Well, I guess we just gonna have to put you on a 5-week probation. So
It's still ain't gonna stop you from getting cheap paper towels.
hey, the longer these cheap paper towels come in, the longer the probation going. We want to
I
work
got
everybody
the
back.
I get the paper towel.
What we work with everybody, Fred, your sports blog. We back week 12, week 11. We have some technical difficulties. That's why we're having this staff meeting. But we did get able to put up more top 5, but I would just have to put stuff in. So with that being said, Mo, Zoe, how y'all feeling after the staff meeting?
I think we're being punished for our lack of adequate wages.
First of all, I didn't come up with this name for this company. He did. I just go by the bylaws.
So that means we gotta get paid. We don't get paid nothing. It's just free.
Talk to the guy. I just go by the bylaws.
Okay, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna make a motion to amend those bylaws. By the way.
Okay.
But I feel great. Glad to be back here. Last week couldn't make it because had to be on the road. But it's great to be back.
Mm-hmm. 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 A lot of Alejandro.
Glad to be back to normal.
Why you got the G on today, huh? Didn't feel like putting it on?
No, just
okay, whatever. We'll keep it
been
moving.
running around, being an adult, paying some more bills.
Whatever. All right, well, I think the SWAC East is all sold up.
It is. It's official on their website. The tickets went on sale for the SWAC championship today. Advanced tickets are $35, and day of is $40 for general admission.
Jackson
It's gonna
State
be in Jackson.
Jackson State will be hosting it. Winners of the East, and I think the West is sold up after Grambling lost to Texas Southern.
Hey, they got scored, true. I mean, unless by some twisted twist, Prairie View loses to Valley and it'll be on Saturday, Prairie View has the West.
Yeah, I don't see no other way. Texas Southern, Texas Southern ain't got a shot because PV or the tiebreak over them.
Because I think,
So
because I think Texas Southern, and there's one more that's tied in the West.
It's right now is between PV and Texas Southern because I looked at it because of the Alcorn game. That lost Alcorn. No. Who it is?
I think 3 of them are tied at 4 and 3.
It is. It's PV Southern, Texas Southern. Alcorn is out because we beat them. Grambling beat Alcorn, so they're done. So it don't matter what they do. Texas Southern and I think Southern own the tiebreaker over Alcorn, not PV.
Yeah, because the thing is, if Prairie View drops the game Saturday, that drops them to the same record as the other ones.
5 and 3.
Yeah, and then
they win. Yeah.
So and then they'll be Texas Southern just to lose.
We can say Alcorn gone because they got Jackson State this weekend. So
you never know.
I mean, I can remember another time when Alcorn came in. It was during that time when they was just running through, and I was at that Capital City Classic or whatever, and Jackson State beat the crap out of them, but they had already won the division, so they didn't care.
Oh well, they might have a chance because ain't Shadur out right now?
No, Shadur is not injured. Dion stated he took him out, but he's not injured.
Because he took a big hit. That was a big
He
hit.
did, but he's not injured. He's fine.
I mean, he should have been took him out, but he always trying to pack the stats, but it's all right.
He learned his lesson that time, and
yeah, he learned it Saturday.
Yeah. So, went to the game, highly disappointed. First of all, the weather dropped so bad. It was 82 Friday. Saturday morning, it was damn near 50. By the time it got to the night game, it was in the 40s and 30s. I felt sorry for our cheerleaders.
Welcome to Texas.
Yeah. I'm about to say, up here, we had a warm day where, like, we didn't need jackets on Thursday. Turn around, Friday night, it was snowing.
But in my head, this is Houston. This ain't Dallas.
Yeah.
Global warming.
Welcome to Texas.
I mean, I cheerleaders out there twerking, not because they wanted to. They were cold.
So they had an involuntary twerk?
They was just twerking because they were cold. I was twerking. I went and got me some hot chocolate, which Texas Southern, not Texas Southern, Compass Stadium. What is it? Compass BVH? Compass Stadium?
Oh, okay.
That hot chocolate was delicious. I have to give compliments to them. And then the lady added marshmallows in it. Man, that is so delicious.
I guess it's great because he'll cuss twice.
I did.
Confirm that.
Yes, I did. And we're doing this for the staff meeting this week. So parents, don't let your child watch it this week. I am in a Jordan jacket. But anyway, it was delicious. That's beep. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bleep it out. So I'm trying. Ready? That it was too slow. That's another demerit.
You the one with the 3, 2, 1.
Y'all was too slow. But
you
anyway,
why did you drink coffee at night?
It's for the staff meeting.
Oh, okay. Ain't no coffee then.
Ain't no coffee.
It's for the staff meeting.
But coffee, man.
But anyways, it was disappointing because Grambling was trying to force the ball to Washington, and that night it was not the night for him to get it. It was literally for all seam route. How we got the touchdown is if you go back and I hold the video on YouTube, the play before that they put a tight end in the slot, and number 4, I don't know, I can't figure out his name. So you know his name,
Chavez,
overthrew him. So then they put a guy number 83. He didn't even have a name on his jersey. They put him in the slot, threw the ball, touchdown. They went away from that. They tried to force the ball to Washington that night, and it was just the most dumb. I'm like, our offensive coordinator or Hugh Jackson is not paying attention what the hell is going on.
That's why I said we need to reevaluate not just the players, but the coaching staff.
And the people we were sitting by, first of all, we was able to get into a booth with a whole bunch of cues, and they was Grambling alumni. But they were like, the coaching staff gotta go.
It was all season just been too inconsistent.
The coaching staff gotta go. It's
that's why I said I'm not going to the Classic. I was battling back and forth myself on if I was going, but if I'm gonna make a trip to New Orleans, first of all, I got to get the flight and all of that stuff. They're gonna have a more consistent season. Like, I'm not flying down there for that.
No, it was literally, and then on defense, oh my God, it was like, I don't know, number 49, defensive back, don't know his name. I don't know what the heck he was on that night, but this boy was literally messing up. Like the dude, they ran a Texas Southern play of that night, whole game was number 9 on a wheel route. From motion. He would come from the slot, across from the real right, a wheel route, touchdown, 20, 30 yards every time. And number 49 was messing up a lot. I don't know what Grambling was on, but it was ugly. It was real ugly. It was to me, it was even when they played Bethune, they played good, but I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it was the opportunity to at least set yourself up to be number 2 in the West. because you wasn't gonna make it. PV just had PV schedule set up for them perfectly, but it was ugly. It was ugly.
Well, PB should have never lost the off one, but that's another story.
That's another story. But it was ugly. I ain't even gonna lie. Like after the band, we just walking around the thing, talking to people, meeting people who I ain't seen in it, or talking to old people I ain't seen. Nobody care about the game. And the crazy part about it, Zoe, you been to the stadium?
Nope. That's why I was trying to go, but nope.
Mo, you been to the stadium? So it is literally how the stadium set up. The players are literally right there. And
what stadium they played in?
The Compass.
VA something. Yeah, Compass.
It's a nice stadium. They got to work on the I think they got to work on the entrances out the locker room. But it's a nice stadium. I always want, like, when I would see Texas Southern play there, I was like, that right there should be a recruiting tool. But I think they just renting it and not really using it. They should add that a part of their plan. But the players, the bench is right there. You're literally not that far from the bench. I know they heard people having just like regular conversations.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought you said.
What? We'll beep it out.
I thought you said
it really was. They weren't even there. I'm gonna bleep that part out, but they weren't even there. Like what I saw, I'm like, y'all ain't like the football team ain't got no. I'm gonna bleep this out too. No.
They got a glimpse of their weather. And it's like, nah, we're gonna stay at the house.
they couldn't come naked, so they probably was somewhere doing a knees challenge.
Texas Southern students, they were. I'm like, Jesus, this how they was when I was in school? I felt old. I'm like, look at her. Her mama knows she did better with her than her to come out here like that. But anyways, that's another story for another podcast.
West Coast has been the worst since we graduated. It almost the games are almost not for a married person.
Surely not.
Well, no, because it's like a fashion show, and I use the word fashion lightly.
Hey, stomachs was out, thighs was out, cheeks was out on Texas Southern side.
They're right. Lately, it's just been.
I'm like, I'm freezing.
Like booty cheeks being out is a new fashion. I'm just like, okay.
I'm cold, and I got on a long sleeve shirt and a pullover and some pants. If I'm cold, baby, I know you got to be freezing out here. But
bleep this part out, baby. We don't want.
Warm that thing up. Go get you some hot chocolate.
Going around sneezing and the cold. That ain't cute.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. Let me make sure I write that.
We don't want to see icicles on you.
Yeah, let me make sure I write that time down and make sure I bleep that part. 25:55. All right. Well, let's get to it because we, even though Graham let us down, we still got a competition going on, and it's a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen. It's a barn burner in the SWAC with our picks. Let me put it up here. Here we go. And you guys are going to be surprised at the rankings. All right, here we go. All right. I wasn't here last week, so I had to listen to the videos to put everything in. So, Alabama State versus FAMU. We all took FAMU, which turned out to be a good game. FAMU and Alabama State turned into a real rivalry. I just want to point that out. UAPB versus PV. We took PV. Alcorn versus Bethune. We all took Alcorn. We all took Southern over Valley. We all took Jackson State over Bama State. We did take Graham over Texas Southern, which kind of hurt. Last week, I was 5-1, 4-2, 3-3. As you can tell, we're all 5-1 this week, which brings the final score to 56-20, 53-23, 56-20.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks to go.
And a Celebration Bowl.
Okay, 2.5.
I'm down by 3. Okay.
You got what?
Last week brought me in tie because for me to be this close.
I don't even want to see the NFL. We're skipping them this week.
Oh, the NFL is way more interesting when you were going to
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I already looked at my picks in the game results.
but it's interesting with the finals record. The score is different. The final record is interesting. So, but before we get to the NFL, let's get to the SWAC. So, oh, did I do it? No, I did not. I did it again. Dang it.
All right.
Hold on.
I got the games.
I be done. Huh?
I got the games written down.
Okay. Dang, I did it again. Anyways, it's all good. We weren't here last
That's
week.
a 1 point demerit for not being organized and having no games listed.
You know what? I'm keeping that in. I'm keeping that 26, that 25, 54 part in now because that's right. Not playing with y'all no more. All right, Mo, let me know about these games.
All right. You got Prairie View at Valley.
I knew that. All right, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. All right, Prairie View at Valley. So I'm just telling you now, I got PV.
Yep.
I want Valley with the upset, but I got PV.
Yeah.
All right, who we got next?
Stu at Alabama A&M.
I'll take Stu.
That's what I picked.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm surprised they ain't fired that coach yet. Or they just wait till the end of the season.
Ooh, A&M?
Yeah. Because I'm telling you right now, the coach, I think, is either the coach from Lane or Benedict College. Because, Benedict got the number 1 seed in the, I think, a Division II playoffs.
I think he's going to stay. I think he'll finish out his contract. I think he's saving for next year.
Okay, we should see. All right, who we got next, Mo?
FAMU at Bethune-Cookman.
The Florida Classic, which is going down in Orlando, which I was invited, but I told him, why the hell I want to go to that?
You got no dog in that fight.
Yeah, get out and enjoy it. Sit there and look at everybody.
Bruh, I'm going down there just like I did last time. I'm going in Grambling gear. And the sad part about it is I got to take L's from both of them because we lost to both of them 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Sorry, though. We're going to bounce back.
So I got FAMU over Bethune.
Same. FAMU.
Yeah, they're going to strike again.
And the last game of the week is Jackson State at Alcorn, and naturally I have Jackson State.
In the Soul Bowl.
Or when it's because it's at Alcorn, so it's Soul Bowl. When it's in Jackson, it's Capital City Classic. It's stupid, but okay.
Wait, huh?
When it's in
real?
No, like when it's in Jackson, they call it Capital City Classic. When it's at Alcorn, they call it the Soul Bowl.
That right there let me know it's not a real classic. It's not a real bowl game. It's not a real classic.
It's not even a real rivalry. Y'all got different names.
If you change the name, yeah, that's different. Like,
if we wasn't so close, I would pick Alcorn for the upset, but we just too close right now, so I'm taking Jackson.
If anybody, it would be Texas Southern Alabama A&M. That game can be.
It can go either way, but I think that Stu is gonna pull it off.
Yeah.
It's a little scary because it's in Huntsville, but
yes, yeah.
Y'all said, but listen, y'all said the same thing about Alcorn and PV, and what happened?
Ricks dropped a wide open pass at the end of the game where he should have not. He was by himself, and ball hit him in the chest. He could not hold on to it. There was no defenders around him to prevent him from getting to the end zone. That is why that game went into overtime, and that is why they lost. Oh, my bad. I ain't supposed to blame one player. The team didn't perform the way that they were supposed to, but that play hurt.
Hey, what? Hey, if you say so, Mo, I'm just here to say I picked Alcorn over PV, and that came through. So,
well, go ahead. Go on your little lead.
We too close. We too close. Too close.
So you see, I tried.
Yeah, we too close. Yeah. We too close. If I was like down by 2, maybe up by 2, I would say Alcorn, but we too close. A big shout out to Ashley Green, the offensive coordinator for PV. Dude doing a hell of a job at PV right now. So shout out to him. He ground fam. Don't y'all ever forget that PV. Y'all winning with Grambling people.
Hell, the SWAC was winning with Grambling people.
Shit, might as well. So okay. I think that's it. I think this this the final week for all SWAC games, and then it's the Bayou Classic.
You got Turkey Day with UAPB at Bama State, and of course the Bayou Classic on the 20.
And that's it after that, right? Ain't no more games in the SWAC after Bayou, right?
No, SWAC championship.
SWAC championship and Celebration Bowl.
No, I'm talking about like regular season. I know that, but I'm talking about ain't no more other. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I'm right. Okay, all right. So that's our pick for the SWAC. Couldn't do it last week, but we here today. She better do a good job, or she's gonna reserve a demerit. But Zoe, you know what time it is.
Wait, how am I gonna demerit for my top 5?
You better do
demerits for everything.
This staff meeting is for to let y'all know don't ever do that again.
Hey, I did my due diligence. I did my list last week. I did it this week and everything.
Well, you ain't got the red hair tonight, so that is a demerit right there. Zoe, you know what time it
is. Hold on, give me a second. You owe one tonight.
I am. First of all, we didn't get the video done. I don't think I believe do this most top 5. Pissed about that. And then on top of that, you were supposed to be in Houston so we could actually do something, but you didn't. It's okay though. Matter of fact, you know what?
Be in grown folks time
you know what? I'm gonna be in time. I'm gonna mute myself.
All right, y'all. It's time for Mo's top 5.
Yes, sir. I'm here. All right, so my top 5 this week. I feel like I need to run back last week and then do this week.
Oh, I can run it back for you. Give me a second.
Headline, Starlight.
All right. Most top 5. And it's not live. All right, people. Shakeups happened. So honorable mention this week is Southern. Number 5, Stu. Number 4, Prairie View. Number 3, Alabama State. Number 2, FAMU. Number 1, Jackson. All right. So, honorable mention this week, Bama State, just because, I mean, Zoe facial expression. Florida, you got to keep that in there. Number 5, Texas Southern. Number 4, Southern. Number 3, Prairie View. Number 2, FAMU. Number 1, Jackson State.
I can rock with that.
Yeah. I mean, the Texas Southern, I'm okay with. It's just that 3-4.
Prairie View and Southern.
I would switch, even though PV doing what it does. Me personally, I just don't like after the mishap with Bethune, and then you lose the Alcorn. I just don't see him. Like you would keep him 3, Maybe because they're number one in the West, but technically I don't think they're better than Southern right now. When they played each other, they were. Right now,
I mean, and technically, Southern did beat Prairie View, but in the moves since then, I mean, granted they are number one in the West, but I just didn't see putting them above FAM.
nah. The top teams to me is Jackson and FAM.
Right.
And it's just FAMU just in the same side with Jackson. Well, let me say this. FAMU's on the same side with Coach Prime. When Coach Prime leaves, FAMU will dominate. Until then, they will always be number two.
And that's got to be a tough position to be in.
I mean, at least you get to go to the FSC, what is it, the FCS playoffs?
They didn't go too well for them last year.
Yeah. They did put their bid in today for the playoffs again.
I mean, that's the only thing you can look forward to. You ain't going. Listen, you ain't going to the SWAC championship, and you ain't like they got a HBCU top 4 playoff.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Well, now Prime wants to do. Coach Prime would like the HBCUs to play against the Ivy League schools. Apparently,
I ain't feeling that one.
No.
I ain't feeling unless it's like a big check involved.
Yeah, unless they talking about giving us $1 million each, like the Celebration Bowl.
I mean, they can afford it, obviously.
But is they gonna do? I don't see the point of going against them.
But eventually, we do have to break out of the box that we're in.
We do, but let's do it. I'd rather do it in between the HBCU, where let's have a college HBCU playoff between the SWAC and the MEAC, or even HBCUs. Period. Let's see what Benedict could do against a SWAC or MEAC school. Put them against North Carolina Central.
But see, they're not going to do it because they two different divisions.
I mean, if you want to break out that mold, because if I'm the MEAC, I'm calling Benedict to get them in there because but if
you're going to do that, then you can do CIAA against SIAC. Those are the two powerhouse HBCU. Well, I can't say powerhouse, but the two Division II HBCU conferences.
Hey, listen, I would have the coaches, all the HBCU coaches, whoever want to participate, y'all come participate. We're gonna pick the top 4 HBCU teams. We ain't talking about MEAC. We ain't talking about.
Agree.
I ain't talking about MEAC and SWAC.
What Division I program wants to say, man, I lost in the HBCU championship.
Put that money on the line, whatever it is, the grand prize. So if the top 4 teams go, each of them receive, let's say, $100,000. The 2 teams make it to the championship game get another $100,000. The winner get $1 million. You put that money on the line. I don't care.
I'm all for that because I think that I know from working in the SIAC that they travel well with their teams, and especially if you put it somewhere like in Atlanta, then you know the people are going to come.
Make the semifinal games at the whoever's the 1 and 2 seed respectable stadiums. Make the championship game in Atlanta, Celebration Bowl, whatever you want to call it.
Depending on what their stadium looks like.
Huh?
Depending on what their stadium looks like. Because some won't be able to hold the crowds.
Not our fault. Now you know.
It's like if Tuskegee ended up hosting around, me personally, I would have to tell them, okay, you got to go and you got to take that to the Crampton Bowl or whatever the name of that stadium is in Montgomery.
Whatever they got to do, Mom, I'm with it.
I'm with it.
So, all right. As we transition on.
Here we go.
To the NFL. Let's do this.
Or not.
I'm ready. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Let me get this straight. And there we go. All right. Thursday night football, Falcons versus the Panthers. The Panthers put on all black, I guess in honor of Wakanda forever, and they won. Go figure. The Lions versus the Bears. I don't know how they did it, but they won. Seahawks versus the Bucks. I did not trust across the pond, but Mo did. And that's why she took the L.
I did.
Dolphins versus the Browns. Mo did say Roll Tide in the video, so I'm assuming she was going for Tua. Me and we all took the Dolphins. Titans versus the Broncos. Why are we talking? But as we scroll down one more, the Bills versus the Vikings.
That's so low.
The Bills versus the Vikings. And we keep it moving. Chiefs versus my Jaguars. It hurts. It hurts. Texans versus the Giants. They did what they supposed to do, or as Mo call them, the midgets. The Ram in the bush versus the Arizona Cardinals. I am done with them.
That Ram got slaughtered.
I am so done with them. But then, big boys stomping in my Air Force Ones.
Hey.
Come on, Mike Tomlin. And it was versus the Saints, which made it even better. All right. The Colts versus the Raiders. Damn you, Zoe. Damn you. We gotta talk about that. How you let a 5-day-old coach beat you in an NFL football game?
Oh, you talking about the coach?
Our OC was retarded. Like, I just don't understand.
Jeff Saturday was the head coach for the Indianapolis Colts for 5 days. For 5 days.
You went for it instead of going for the field goal.
You lose to a coach that's been an NFL coach for 5 days, and that's including weekends.
With no experience.
But give us a look.
Okay. All right. Remember, the Raiders had a 20-0 lead over my Jaguars, and we came back and won that thing. I digress. The boys versus the Packers.
Raiders disappointed me this year.
I picked them to come out the West.
I did too.
I picked them to come out the AFC West. The boys versus the Packers. I don't know what happened. Mo, that's your team. That's your team. Hold on, Mo. Zo, that is not your team. You're still a free agent. That is a demerit for speaking out of turn. You are a free agent. Are you keeping
up with these demerits?
Yes, I am. He is a free agent. Matter of fact, he even said it in the video that he was a free agent, but he picking the boys. So Mo, you can speak about your team because you're not a free agent. As I drink coffee.
They got cheated.
What's those say?
They got cheated.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky she agree with you because I'm finna give you another demerit. But go ahead, Mo.
That last scoring drive, because I came in late that day because I was out running around. But that last drive, like, it was holding all day. Like, and the officials wasn't calling it. Like, the refs weren't calling anything. Pass interferences was missed. Mm-hmm. But then, like, as soon as we get the ball, it's like everything's being called against us. I can't, complain because, I mean, it is what it is. We went for it on 4th and 4th in overtime, didn't get it. Instead of going for the field goal and trying to hold them out of the end zone and forcing them to go for 3 and getting a chance to get the ball back, we didn't do any of that. So essentially, even though the referees became, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder to the bull, all I can say is we didn't do our job and we didn't get the win. So it sucks, but we got to shake it off and get ready for the next week.
49ers versus the Chargers. I don't know what the heck got into Jimmy G, but he is balling. Monday Night Football, though. The outside of the Colts and Raiders, the most disappointing loss.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Wait. Go somewhere else, you sorry son.
I'm like, if like you're undefeated, right? And well, you were, but you lose, and the team you lose to is the Cummies.
The fourth place team in your division, you're gonna lose to on Monday Night Football. The team who really still don't have a team logo, the Commanders, that junk is trash. Safety is probably like, hey man, just call us the Commanders.
Who team the owner's about to sell?
Come on. You didn't even got a competent quarterback.
You gave up a touchdown at the last second.
The most disappointing loss of the week. I thought it was the Raiders versus the Colts. No. How you lose to the team?
I woke up, looked at the score. I said, wait, you lying to me. I had to go use the
You didn't just lose. You lost by 11. Wasn't the final like 32-21?
Something like that. They lost.
That's all that matters. They lost.
Undefeated no more.
Last week, Mo was 8-5, Zoe was 11-2, I was 10-3.
NFC East is now open.
This week, 6-8, 7-7, 7-7.
Huh?
Which brings us to
no, they ain't right.
What is?
I mean, mine. I did drop 8.
What I missed, though?
I only got 5 losses.
Eagles, Packers. Excuse me, Eagles, Cowboys, Ram in the Bush, Bills, Bears, Falcons.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Falcons, Bears, Bills.
Wait.
Rams.
Let's start over. Lost Thursday night.
So Falcons, that's one.
Yeah, it was 4 on that first page.
The Bills lost?
Yeah, the Bills lost in overtime to the Vikings.
Okay. And then Detroit. So that's 1, 2, 3.
All right.
I got the Cowboys lost.
Ram in the Bush.
That's 5.
4. That's 4.
Philly, that's 6. Who I'm missing?
Look, Eagles, Cowboys, that's 2.
Yeah.
Ram in the Bush make 3.
3. Mm-hmm.
Bills make 4.
Uh-huh.
The Bears
make 5. Oh.
Falcons is 6. So who did I miss? So it's 6. So you was 6. So you was 8 and
6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which now, if we gonna do that, so it's now
75, 72.
Well, Mo, I mean, you was almost there.
It's fine.
It was always a good one game behind, but hey, it's now 2.
Any given Sunday, it's still crazy. That crazy NFL season. Or any given ref.
Oh, I told my brother that we need him to get on next week.
Who the Ravens play this week? Oh, don't worry, we know. I got it written down this time because I didn't forget.
Well, I figured you're the one who told me to tell him to get on next week.
We did?
You told me to tell my brother to get on next week. You told me this weeks ago. But the Ravens faces the Jaguars next week.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Let me give myself the demerit for forgetting. Yes.
At least you fair and honest.
Yes, I need that. All right. Thursday night football. We got the Titans versus Cheesehead. Cheeseheads coming off a winning versus the Titans.
Sure.
Now, before I do this game, because this is one game I didn't pick, I'm gonna wait, and I just want to need somebody to tell me where are they playing before I make my pick.
It's at the frozen tundra.
That's what I'm rocking with.
I ain't picked that one either.
Say the Tata. I'm going with the tits.
Man, it's hard to go into the frozen tundra and beat them in the referees.
After a win versus Dallas, if they would have lost, if they would have lost, I
the
probably
white
would have picked the
hat
Titans.
might as well have put on a Cheesehead jersey during their game. But I'm going to go with the Cheeseheads.
And that's why we buddies. All right, Steelers versus the Bengals. Bengals coming off a bye week. Steelers coming off a win versus the Saints.
See, this one, I was looking at it and I was like, Steelers, they went down there and stomped on the Saints with the Air Force Ones. And Mike Tomlin's still trying to turn this around to where he finished at 500. So with that being said, I'm already behind, so it ain't really a big deal at this point. Going with the Steelers.
I'm with you, Mo. I just feel like they got a momentum.
Give me the Bengals.
All right. Washington coming off their ending the Eagles' undefeated season. The team versus the Texans.
I went with the Cummies.
That team.
Now, he said he was done with the Rams, but who the Rams playing this week, I think he's going to pick them again.
Just
that's bold. He's going bold with the Texans.
He is. I mean, look how far ahead he is. He can play around with the game.
Yeah, keep playing around.
All right, Browns versus the Bills.
Good night.
Hey, Dad.
I picked the Bills.
Being a father during our meeting again, that is a demerit.
Now you taking food off their table.
Are you sure I am? You sure I sure am. That's a demerit.
Taking from black people's table. That's a demerit.
That is a demerit for you.
For you.
That's for you.
We're supposed to stick together.
Don't worry. I'll pick your team for you because I know you're taking the Bills over the Browns.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
All right, so I take my demerit away and you keep yours. Matter of fact, you get another demerit. All right, here we go. The Cowboys versus the Vikings. Zoe, who you taking?
The Vikings. It's in Minnesota.
Can CeeDee Lamb make another great catch in Minnesota again?
I mean, you playing against a good defense, so unless Dak Prescott bring out some of his magic.
Could somebody just pluck him on whatever he just got back from injury?
I honestly should have. They should have just kept playing Cooper Rush. No,
they should have.
No offense, kids. Dax, he's a good quarterback, but it just.
But the momentum and everything, the anticipation, it was built with Coop, and the team was working together.
Yeah, the team was getting better with
like he was able to run that offense effectively, and that's what you want for your backup quarterback. But if you put your franchise quarterback in there and he's not getting the job done, I don't give a damn how much money you're throwing at him. We're trying to win.
No offense, the system the Cowboys run is set up for Cooper Rush. It's not really set up for Dax. It's too Cooper Rush stronghold, and that it was set up for Romo, but it's not set up for Dax. The system and the offensive coordinator. Let's say that. I'll say that, Mom.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even see why mine blank. We already know which way I'm going.
You better come with that purple and gold this week.
No, the hell I'm not.
Okay.
I might have on a purple shirt, but I be damned.
You know what, Mo? Let me ride out with you. I'm gonna go bold again.
You know you like them cute dogs.
I mean, that's who I hang out with, but no. I'm a Zeta, blue and white all day.
The Bears versus the Falcons.
I'm black and white all day. Me for me. Oh, bro. Move, I move, milk it.
That's so old school. I don't even know. They don't probably even know where that come from.
Nah, they don't know where that's from.
Bears versus the Falcons. It could go any way.
It literally could.
It's in Atlanta, so I went with the
I'm going with the Falcons.
All right, through the hard way.
But is it about time for they curse to hit yet? Because
I think they curse already. I think that curse already hit when you lost to the Panthers.
Well, that was a divisional game, so.
Colts versus the Eagles. Can the Colts do it again? Can the Eagles do it again?
I'm going back with the E-Girls. I think it was a fluke.
Yeah, I got the E-Girls bouncing back.
Why you get a picture?
I don't know. I just clicked it. Would you like one more?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Broncos versus the Raiders.
I went with the Broncos. I'm tired of the Raiders sinking my rankings every week.
Did you say the Broncos?
The Broncos.
Everybody has a name with Mo. Everybody has a name with Mo.
Yeah, I got the Broncos. I got Sierra.
I'll rock out with the Broncos. Jesus, don't fail me now. All right, the Lions versus the Giants.
I went with the midgets.
I don't know, so I just flipped the coin and I just picked the Lions.
Yeah, I figured.
I literally flipped the coin and I said heads, the Giants, tails, and Lions, and it came tails.
What did I pick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the Little Giants.
Giants, help us go.
Lord, that was a little movie. Jets versus the Patriots.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jets.
Jesus, take the wheel and drive. That is correct. Ooh. He went with the Pat Riots.
I don't think the Jets could beat the Patriots in New England.
I mean, it is in New England. However,
if they do, they a playoff team.
I think they can do it.
Now, this pick, I'm just going for it. You already know why I'm picking them, but I had no other choice.
That's what I said earlier. You said you was done with them, but then I looked to see who they was playing.
I had no choice. So, like, this one of those, like, you pick them, but you don't go to the game and watch it. You just go to the concession stand and eat and leave.
Yeah,
and drink beer.
The Saints need a quarterback. They need Winston back. I don't think they're going to win another game until he come back.
I'm going with the Ram in the bush.
3 the hard way.
All right. Arizona versus Seattle. And I'm going back to them.
Did I miss writing that one down?
I think they bounce back. I got to get my picture of Gino back. Do I got my picture of Gino? Nope, I gotta go find it.
I didn't write that game down.
The Cardinals versus the Seahawks.
Where is it being played in?
I don't know. I didn't look at it.
I think wait.
Because Arizona's playing the 49ers on Monday night, right?
Oh, I got that wrong. That's a demerit for me then. Who the Seahawks play?
Are they open?
I think they're open. Let me go back and check.
Double check, because I could have sworn I saw Seahawks versus somebody.
Mm-mm.
I know my Jaguars, we gotta buy.
Because the Cardinals and the 49ers playing. So I got the Titans at the Packers, the Bears at the Falcons, Eagles at Colts, Jets at Patriots, Commanders at the Texans, Rams at Saints, Browns at Bills, Panthers at the Ravens, Lions at the Giants, Raiders at the Broncos, Cowboys at the Vikings, Bengals at the Steelers, Chiefs at the Chargers, 49ers at the Cardinals.
Okay, so no Geno in trust this week. All right, Sunday Night Football, Chiefs versus the Chargers.
I want the Chiefs. It's in Kansas City. Nope, it's at the Chargers. So I'm going with the Chiefs still.
That's still terrible. That's still inside with Patrick Mahomes.
I'm about to say, yeah, and what's it called last week? The reason I went with the Chiefs is because it was in Kansas City and our temperatures plummeted last weekend.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs.
You know the crazy part? The Jaguars do good in cold weather games. If we literally only lost in our history.
I'm about to say, but it's that time of year where the Chiefs kind of shift into kind of overdrive, even if the rest of the season has been lackluster. They kind of turn up a little bit. So
Shifting the atmosphere.
In the playoffs, we beat the Bills in Buffalo. We beat Denver in Denver. We beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. We haven't beaten the Patriots in New England. Never. We never beat the Patriots in New England. That's a curse we got to get over. We don't beat the Jets in cold weather games. Like we do good in cold weather games.
I'm about to say, our Dallas, we can kick people around, but we suffer when we go to the frozen tundra.
We get brain freeze when we go to frozen areas. I'm sorry.
I mean, we can play in Philly, we can play other places, but we go to Wisconsin and it's like we freeze, literally. I'm going with the 49ers for Monday Night Football.
I got the 49ers.
All right. These are our NFL picks. And here's the score: 73-74, 75-72. Excuse me, 73-74-1, 75-72-1, 87-60-1 is your boy, and that's where we at. And I got on the suit. Well, I just got on the top part. That's the main thing. So, let me say before we get to the Zoe Bowl prediction. Once again, the Raiders lost to a 5-day-old coach. I just want to let people know that Josh McDaniel is going to go in the Hall of Fame as an offensive coordinator, not a head coach.
I can see that happening.
You fired a coach that got your team to the playoffs. Well, not fired. You didn't bring back the interim head coach that got your team to the playoff. You bring in Josh McDaniel thinking he's supposed to be the one, and your team literally is trash. And you bring in Devontae Adams and pay him money, and your team is trash with an offensive-minded guy. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Well, Zoe, it's time for your bold prediction, my boy.
That was my drum roll.
I'm gonna keep that in.
I got one bold prediction, so I'm about to get a demerit because it's supposed to be 3. My bold prediction is really a statement of concern, and hopefully Graham fam don't take this the wrong way. But Grambling football, man, we got to reevaluate staff, like overall and players, because this is not the G. Yeah, we had some bad years, but the bad years we was consistent. And this is just, I know we got a new coach, got to get him time. I know everybody asks, what if we had Art? But we got to move on. Can't keep bringing it up. We got to move on.
We're at the end of the season.
Yeah, so, I mean, we just finish out strong, have a good showing against Southern. They reevaluate. We got time to find somebody, bring them in for the spring, whip them up in shape, or give Kincaid a chance at OC, see what he can come up with. But yeah, that's it.
I agree completely. I think that's what we were saying during the signing day period, or doing just with us monitoring the signees, like even the players that was coming through the transfer portal. We knew Grambling was stacked. The only thing that I was saying in the spring was, how are they going to utilize the pieces that they've brought in? And you can have all of the talent in the world. It's been some talented teams that don't have championships, that don't have rings or anything, because of leadership and because they had the pieces all just thrown around on the board, as opposed to being strategic. We're not playing checkers, we're playing chess. And right now, Grambling is getting dragged by teams that could never. And that really, really bothers me. And just to hear people who we've walked past in the past and they knew they couldn't say anything. Like, your team wasn't touching ours, and now it's like we're a joke. And I don't like being a laughingstock. I agree. It's time to reassess.
One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. We still the only team that has won a Celebration Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We still the only team with the most championship appearances and wins.
Mm-hmm.
So you really can't take that away from the G. Like, some schools been there and had the championships taken away from them.
Texas.
I mean,
Or was that UAPB? UAPB got their snatched.
Laugh now,
Cry later.
back to crying next year.
Agreed.
I would love for Grant to get some high recruits like Jackson State. I mean, the one thing that I see that Dion has over Hugh is he just a motivational speaker. Like,
you get a demerit. You said Dion. You ain't say Coach Prime.
Man, his mama name is Dion. We call Nick Saban Nick, so hey, I'm calling Dion.
Your mama name you Dion, I'm gonna call you Dion.
Yeah. But
so, for the record, since Eddie Robinson left as the head coach of Grambling State University, Hugh Jackson will be the first ever coach in his first season to not win more than 7 games. Every last coach that came in Grambling their first year has won between 7 to even 11, which is going back to Doug Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Broadway first year, he won 8. Favre's first year, he won 7. He is the first coach. Hugh Jackson is the first coach since Eddie Robinson. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, he's the first coach in Grambling history to not be 500, have a 500 record in his first year.
And
But
that's
good
kind of
news.
good precedence.
But good news for Hugh Jackson. He still got a chance because every coach at Grambling State University has won a SWAC championship.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
So, Hugh,
No doubt.
if
I doubt
Hugh Jackson got the right people around him, letting them know, like, hey, you had a bad year. Just don't be the only coach at Grambling State University who didn't win a SWAC championship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing he should be listening to and worry about, and also getting some competent coaches in who can actually.
With the Browns. He wasn't good in the league.
Who?
He wasn't good when he was in the league.
Hey, look, we had to win the SWAC now, so I still didn't.
Yeah, he getting swept. This man getting taken to the woodshed. Okay, I'm gonna behave.
Only team that really took us to the woodshed is Jackson State. Everybody else is just.
What was the final score between us and Texas Southern?
I was in the shed too. Yeah, we only scored in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 57-7?
Actually, it was 41-7, bro. 41-7.
Oh, okay, my bad.
41?
It was 41.
I imagine some extra points on the board.
It was 41. They took a touchdown back. It was 41. It was 41.
My bad. Okay.
They took a
Still
touchdown.
some bullshit.
It was 41.
We got paddled
It was 41.
like they used to do corporal punishment back in the day.
It was 41. It was 41. Southern, excuse me, not Southern, Jackson State and Texas Southern were the only two schools to beat Grambling by 20 some points.
Or more, yeah.
So,
Well,
let me check on this Bayou. You know what? We'll talk about the Bayou Classic record next week since it has to be the only game for us next week. But Mo, Alabama.
Roll Tide. It's always gonna be Roll Tide. I know we didn't get a chance to discuss it last week. Lost to LSU in Death Valley. That was hurtful. But I mean, all things being considered, I'm proud of the rally that the team attempted to go on. I mean, forced overtime, lost the game in overtime. So, I mean, considering like we were down, I mean, I would have preferred we win, of course. But it is what it is. We can't win them all, So, I mean, we're talking about a team where Nick Saban's assistants are usually by this point in the season, they're being heavily recruited.
Don't nobody want Bill O'Brien.
Exactly. Nobody trying to recruit these people. So that should tell you that they top 10 terrible. So therefore, he need to get rid of them and bring in somebody else because this ain't gonna work.
They want him just because he's under Nick Saban. That's all.
No, what I'm saying is, prior to these people, all of his OCs, all of them people are being recruited to be head coaches somewhere.
Bill O'Brien is not going to be a head coach next season. He will be at Alabama again.
I don't know about that. Nick Saban might play him to the left.
We'll see. We shall see. Top 4, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU. Tennessee is at number 5. Number 6 is LSU. Number 7, USC. 8 is Alabama. 9 is Clemson. 10th is Utah.
My brother and I talked about the rankings earlier, and his opinion and my opinion pretty much align. I know it can't be an all SEC top 4. I know this. But when we're talking about strength of schedule and we're talking about collegiate football, the SEC is the conference where most of the schools.
Well, this is where I'm glad you bring that up because I think if it play out right, there are going to be 3 teams in the winner of Ohio State and Michigan. Because I think this is what I want to happen. Well, let me take that back. It will be 3 teams, and one of them could be Alabama, but it all depends on what USC do in the Pac-12 championship. Because we already know Ohio State and Michigan gonna play each other, so one is gone. TCU, I think, if they slip up, which I think they will, maybe not this week, but maybe in the Big 12. So now that spot open. So now you push Tennessee in. LSU gonna be out. If LSU lose to Texas A&M this week, or no, who they play this week?
It don't matter. They don't want the division, so they'll go and face Georgia in the SEC.
But we know they're going to that. But they can't lose before they get to the SEC championship.
That is true. I think they got Texas A&M.
So you lose to Texas A&M. So now LSU out the way. Now you got Alabama, Tennessee sitting right there. If Alabama and Tennessee, because Tennessee got one more game this week, is Vanderbilt, and Alabama got the Iron Bowl, you telling me you're going to put...
I think the Iron Bowl is at Brian Denny this year.
I don't care how I go. You telling me you're going to put a TCU over a one-loss TCU, even if they win the Big 12, you're going to pick them over Alabama? And let's do the odd case. Let's say LSU beat Georgia. You telling me you're going to kick Georgia out?
No. So
even if that happens, Georgia should be in maybe as the 3 seed. You put Tennessee at 4. No, excuse me. You move the winner Ohio State and Michigan up to 1. You move Georgia to 2. Tennessee should be 3, and LSU be 4. And now you got 3-team SEC champion, BCS, not what a college playoff. So it is hope for 3 SEC teams. TCU gotta lose.
Yeah, we was just looking at it, and I'm like, strength of schedule, like the SEC teams, they battle each other the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come out in top and have a great record in that conference, you're good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it. It's just 5 teams from the SEC in the top 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's trash. Okay, I'm with it.
I said if they're gonna do it like that, then they need to.
Well, I mean,
some of those other people need to be putting some SEC schools on their schedule during the regular season.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. You set yourself up for failure.
I mean, that is true, but I mean, fail early in the season and have a chance to rebuild and climb back up, as opposed to you get to the playoffs and you still get beat.
Right. Well, that is a college football playoff. This is the end of this staff meeting. I hope everybody have written down what they need to do. Monique, you have a question?
Yes. Have you guys seen the social media thing about the training situation at Jackson State?
Yeah.
What happened at Jackson State?
So the women's basketball team was in Colorado, I think. And was it the coach who posted on social media?
The coach pretty much all the coaches.
Yeah, they was posting it and saying that Jackson State needs to do better. They was in Colorado for over 3 days and they didn't have a trainer. And then they're saying there's more than just football at this school. It's gained traction over the last week on social media.
We're going oh my God, you scared me for a minute because I thought you said, and I'm gonna bleep this out. I thought you said that's why I was like, where we going with this at Jackson State? That's all like, what you saying, trainers. Gotcha. Trainers. The people who tape your ankle, check on you with the medicine. Okay. Monique, you gotta speak with better English because You had me.
Oh no, I know you're not talking when I thought you said the other word earlier.
That's why. Hey, look. We both in the same boat. But yours was
All three of us.
all trip. Yeah, all three of us. You know what? All three of us get a demerit for that.
Well,
So-
no, I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you part of it. All three of us get a
Look,
demerit for that.
Birdman hand.
Yeah, all three of us get a demerit for that one because I was like, what? Wait a minute, Jackson State got a train. What is dealing with Jackson State women's basketball team? Like the key word is transgender. Why are we saying? But
And I did not. I'm a little bit more politically correct than that.
I'm not. So, but okay, trainers. That is a good topic. Yes, Jackson State, and you would think they would have better trainers, or not better trainers, have a trainer with that when your daughter is on the basketball team. But that's another here time of there. This is the Free Agent Sports staff meeting.
Who is the SWAC?
Free Agent Sports staff meeting. We're gonna wrap it up in
Really
here. Is any concerns or complaints? Please speak your mind. Or
let's
just
talk
send it to.
about these damn demerits.
Well, let's talk. Well, you know what? I'll put it in the email and I'll CC y'all in. Free Agent Sports blog, man. This staff meeting has come to adjourn.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ Star.